Back. Give out immediate back. Don't believe the fight. On the rope. There it goes. All right. Okay. Yeah. Ooh-wee. What a mess. So, today, the plan is to clean up and organize. And if I feel like it afterwards, take out the trailing arms and maybe start work on them. But for now, just gonna clean up and reorganizing and then so it's gonna be kind of boring at first. Probably won't be recording anything to the camera for cleaning up. So yeah, hopefully I remember to start recording if I decide to actually start working on stuff. But if y'all want to just hang out, chat, or just watch someone clean up a garage, then this is your stream. If you want to see someone fix something, you can check back later or ask for the VOD or whatever. Whatever you want, whatever you feel like doing. What you like to do, rather. Anyway. More out of the way. Yeah. My back is not doing the best, but see if it can hold out for me. I did order a new gear wrench, 250 foot-pound torque wrench. It's like between 30 and 250 foot-pound. And it has a plus minus 3% accuracy apparently. Calibration from factory. And I got a good deal on it. Got a good discount on it. I think it was about 30 bucks off. Pretty nice. I don't even know where to begin. It's so messy in here. I don't even know where to start putting stuff. I guess I should start around. After that'd be great. I need to figure out how to organize some of this stuff now. Things from getting chaotic around here. I'll undirect that. Leave a little bit. Some stuff seems to survive for the most part. Gotta figure out what most this is. And most of it goes. Missing or cut. Oh, that was one that's good. That's right. Okay. Good sound. Oh. I think I just pulled from the music on. And video. I don't know, should I be mumbling to myself while I do this, or should I just be silent? Wishing. Everything wishing. This is gonna replace. I don't know how much of it's gonna replace, so I think I saw this part. Somehow fancy washers. Not sure how that's gonna work out. This would be for the shaft area. Okay. This is from this. I think all these are getting replaced. think I just decided not. I'm not planning on using it like same weapons. Yeah. I'll figure it out later. I hope I figure it out later. Let's see. Alright, this side wasn't just bad. Let's start with the easy stuff. Let's get 2 of these. Bring in a bit left. More than I thought I had left, which is great. Excellent even. This guy. I think I planned cleaning it up and then painting it maybe. That doesn't look bad. Maybe I'll just maybe just throw it back in. Honestly, it doesn't look bad. It's a little dirty. I'll clean it up. And if I see any stuff messed up on, I can change that. Need to trash back on the side car. This leave over here for now, I think. Yeah. I'll leave it out from under the car, but also kind of keep it out. Exhaust is not going to be going anywhere. I'm not planning on using this stuff. Comes with hardware as well, so this stuff. Here, just clean that up a bit and add some black paint to it. That's what I'll do with that one. each of those how many we're going to use. Okay. Move this out of the way from there. This up there. Put it. Right. Keeping that. I might have to work on that one at some point. When we do that, or I go through a tool for it, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's more acronyms you gotta deal with other than the differential related ones, so maybe I should just keep these all together somewhere. I don't like the pouch that they go in for like short term storage. Long term is kind of fine, but short term not so much. Did you hear from now? Just don't step on that. There we go. No, I can leave engineers with it too. Green, it kind of fades in, masks itself. Punches everywhere. Should probably make a bin for my punches. We also have a sleeve, and the sleeve is kind of nice and all, but again, the sleeve is not great for like actively using stuff because things move around and you just gotta fix it. I need like a small but strong cut because these would definitely knock it over. Try not to use all these, but I guess I have them somewhere. Pick different maybe. That's miscellaneous. A lot of these tools got pretty dirty. Oh, more punches. Just realized it might be more beneficial to have these facing upward so I can see which one they are. There we go. I'll just leave small pliers and stuff over there, maybe. Yeah. There's more needle bearings from the old stuff. Throw them in there like they're going to be useful for something later. Oh well. This was kind of stuff for that. Turned out to be kind of useful. Again. I mean, this is useful and stuff, but it just kind of falls apart, and I need stuff that's not exactly convenient, other than to tell this size is smaller than this size, or bigger than this size. I don't even know what's right on this thing. That probably. I kind of want to keep these accessible, however, I don't need them too accessible because apparently I didn't use those during this build, or tear down, so maybe theoretically I shouldn't need them putting back together, theoretically. Random runoff thing. I don't think that's from this car. I didn't think that was either. Hope it wasn't, because I just threw it over there. Nowhere land. Okay. Potentially part of the car. Whatever. Maybe just small enough in there. Warm, but not super hot. It's like 80 something right now. Maybe about 80. Not terrible. This is the most folding thing to use. Alright, it's done. Stuff. Much stuff. Actually. Exactly what I need these things now. This. This did have that tool in it that could not work well. What are these? A bunch of them. They're broken already. Oh, this one. May not seem like it, but it's a little more organized over here. Definitely still don't have a bunch of space yet, but it's hard to create. Lining up the pins get knocked over by something later, probably. Space to put things. Still. Let's see, this stuff should probably just go upstairs. I'm not using it. may not appear organized, but it's actually somewhat organized. Believe it or not. And after that. Stuff. Short ones are moving. Pretty much right. This. Better. Not amazing. Not great. Just better. Build the table up with stuff I probably can't really move. Definitely using these rivets. I need to replace them. Yeah. Nice. on brake fluid at some point. In theory. I'm not sure what that was from, but probably something very important. Extra leaves over here. These were all replaced at one point. Why is there a whole nother set over here? What's going on? Over there I have I'm confused. I have two over here already. Yeah. The old hardware ends. Maybe I just left it over here to have over here. Well, in that case, well, this one's good. I think it is. This can replace that one. And this would just be an extra piece if I need it. Alright. I think it came out close. Looking better. And a little better. Bin of rust or dissolver or whatever you call it. So that is waiting on cold fridge. Come in the mail, hopefully maybe in a few days. Probably not. I mean, every 3 months reset apparently. Yeah. Nothing loose. Alright. Man, this car takes up so much space. Space is at a premium here. Let's get to that. I'll go down. Missing one. No, that could be a broken one. Is that really the best I can clean up the garage right now? Kind of sucks. Better than it was. Better than it was. Doesn't quite. Oh, there we go. Better. Oh, maybe. It just does not want to stay contained. Oh, the grocery bags, they just leak all over the place. I'll turn. Ooh, maybe I can use these. Huh. Yeah. Use the appropriate size plastic baggies. These were the caliper scan. Oh, that should work fine. Height. Have to look at it right now. Same size, proper. This is a really racy one because this one definitely leaks all over the place. I'm not even sure if it's worth holding on to be honest. Ugh. If I ever decide that it's worth the time to clean that up and then reuse it, it's in here. it's actually trash. Huh. Super gross. Yeah. Oh, we reclaimed a little bit of space there. Fun. And drink coffee. And do it for greasy stuff. Yuck. Let's see. Alright, looking better. Ugh. Keep these open enough to dry, hopefully. They can be still containers. And we vent to the stove. In theory. Well, that's much better. I can actually walk back and forth here without trying to balance over stuff. Much better. Alright, so... did I do that tonight? What time is it now? That took, what, an hour? Just about. I guess I can go ahead and start working on the card again tonight a little bit. So what I can do is I can take these trailing arms out and start working on them. Just gotta figure out what bolt pattern they are and stuff. There is a random screw right here. That looks like a pretty new looking screw there too. Well, I didn't put it there, but I can sure use it. Hopefully this won't be too much in the way. I left all this stuff over here, but I need it over, you know. Alright, let's figure out what it says. This particular one, I guess. I've probably replaced hardware before. I guess this side is about 11/16, if not slightly smaller. But that should do. Got a large cotter pin in there, got a small cotter pin here. I think I have to remove or shift the bracket underneath so I can reach the other side of the bolt there. Maybe I can, oh, I can't really. Okay. Moving on to the trailing arms. good. And do a quick little 1, 2, 3. There we go. Just a visual of when I decided to change tasks. So if I can just cut out that first part or something, and do that later, if I ever so desire. Alright. Yeah. Going to first try to get this cotter pin out. Pointy reach in there. Sounds really in there. The cotter pin doesn't come out in one piece. You can probably get it out in pieces. Probably. Hopefully I don't break this. Just a fan. Oh, maybe. A little knee leverage. Thank you. Cool. This is Corvette up. Alright. Bang, bada bang. And then I think last time I had to get a punch here and tap it out, or use like, I think I had a punch back then. I probably used a from this step. I used a punch. happens. Typical light. Great angle here. Ouch, my ears. How do I even get that in there, I wonder? Probably without the shims in the way. Not the best lighting, but it might do. It's too thick. It should be lighter without the rotor on it this time, at least. Let's see if I can find that bent rod or somewhere. Unless it disappeared, which is also possible. Because a bolt. Interesting. Where did I put it? Here? I guess so. I'm already running out of ideas. Where did I put that? I thought it was going to be something like that. It wasn't long enough for me to read it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, bent. Because I bent it a long time ago doing something. Maybe this? I kind of doubt it was this. Doing something. Now it's stuck. Okay. Alright, less stuck there. Still definitely on there. I guess I can try pulling this pin. If I even can. I don't know if I can yet. Let's see here. Oh no, it's bent right here. Here. Pretty drastically, actually. I'm just going to pull that through without bending that back. If I can even reach that. You guys can go a little lower. Maybe that's a better angle. What did I already do? Alright. Okay. On one way later. Okay, there's somewhat more together now. And over on yonder way, I can get this light to stay anywhere nice and convenient. Aha, very funny. As if that would easily happen. There we go. One cotter pin removed. An enormous one. I should have a replacement for that somewhere. I'm kind of hoping these will just pop up and get out of the way. It might be a little too tight for that. No. Alright. I guess gotta go under the car and see if I can get those bolts out easily. Ugh. Okay. Under the car. I'm gonna take you off my head. Look up. Wow, look at that. You see that? Amazing, isn't it? It's stuff. So it's this bracket. How good I didn't place that. It's in the way. Not this size either, apparently. Well, be right back. Grab a thing of wrenches. Does it happen to be when I have outer out? Too big? Too small? Too small. How about this one? Might work. Not too small. Right. So I got 1 out of 3. That's something. If this thing's not spinning, free spinning on the inside, that'd be great. It might be. already loose. Okay, cool. I got these two. Oh, bigger. That'll do. Size 13 will do. A little big, but come on. Alright. One over here. Tight. No, good. Okay. Next up, just leaving it on. I think I'll put a thing on that from last time because when I was looking at the footage, I had noticed. Last time I took this off, I had noticed that it didn't have one on there for whatever reason. Popped up sideways or something. Okay. Here's the other. And toss this aside. Very gently. Get these back in the hole. And if you guys can see that, I'm not sure if with the slider you can see that, I'm going to move that. There's another bolt. There. Let's not these. Yeah. What's this? I'm using a 10. I don't know if it's actually a 10, but a 10's working, so. Okay. Let me stick that bolt back in there for now. It goes right into the support beam frame rail. Interesting. This other one, I'm not sure where it goes, or if it still goes there, because, yeah, one might just hang out there. Oh well. Oh, do I need anything to this? Looks like it's stainless steel or aluminum. Well, that's probably fine. Looks a little loose. It's kind of hard, so I don't think I'm able to change that anyways. Alright. Cool. That would be the battery compartment right here, I think, actually. Pretty sure that's the battery compartment. Huh, cool. Anywho. Around, put the other in here, and that, you can see it, is where the bolt is, right up in there. I gotta get that out somehow. I was kind of hoping it'd stick there. Maybe not strong enough. Oh, I can slide it with my fingers. Huh. Well, let me go ahead and try to support this end a little bit. Wow, it's heavier than I thought. Alright, the bolt is out. Proof the bolt is out. Now, this should be free to slide on down. Ow. Ow. Oh, banged my head on. What is that? That's a bracket for the differential mount. That weight? Oh wow. That kinda hurt. Okay. Now this entire thing is very loose. Ta-da! Without the giant road on it, it's actually manipulable. Sort of. Also has a special brake stuff. How's in here? Like the grease I put in there kept it from really stinking. Yeah. Things for that side. These are part of the polyurethane bushings. And couple more shims on the other side on this. And all rusty. I'm gonna clean this out as I can. Actually, it's better in there than I thought it would be, to be honest. Cool. A lot of this car is like better than I thought it would be. I'm gonna try to clean it out really good if I can. There's a lot of dirt in there though. It's gonna get very dirty over here when I try to clean it out. Might do that later. Clean it out. Oh, maybe take that bracket off and clean up this a little bit and get the entire area, and then just kind of throw some good paint on it. Maybe undercoat on this stuff, and then like paint on this, because I'm not sure if rubbing will be good with undercoat still. And this should still survive. Yeah, cool. Alright, gotta do the same to the other side. But before I do that, let's check out the old, not so old polyurethane bushing here. Seems to held up pretty nicely, actually. Nothing bad about it. You know? I don't think it mattered that I didn't hammer the center because it's polyurethane type, which didn't require that. Okay, that's good. Good to know. So then the question is, this side looks fine. I could throw it back together and put a new cotter pin or two in and not worry about it, to be honest. It's in good shape. I guess whatever polyurethane bushings I got were better quality than people usually get on the internet. Except for the one up front for the differential. But I could just go ahead and replace these with rubber, which I'm probably just going to do anyways. Alright. Question of the century is, do I replace the wheel bearings while it's out? Is that any easier than when it's in? Or is it significantly easier is what I probably should be asking. They don't sound bad. But the thing is, they're old. They don't feel bad either. See that? But they're so old that there's no way to re-grease them. You gotta take them out to do all that. I don't know. would be easier to restore this part with it outside the car. And off of the wheel hub entirely. There's no way to remove the trailing arm from it without removing the yoke here, or the flange, or whatever you want to call it. If you remove the flange, you might as well, do everything properly. I don't know if it's worth doing all that extra work right now, because it costs more right now up front, because I would have to buy more parts, I have to buy the bearings, I think some spacers, probably a little bit more grease, and possibly some tools. Army's like, just do everything so I can have a good rear end and not have to do any major work on it anytime soon. But then like another part of me is like, well, I'm already spending lots of money on this, and I'd rather not keep spending money on it, if I don't have to. That's a good bearing. That bearing. The grease is old. As far as I can tell, it's good for everything. Could be bad. I don't know if you can call that, but who knows? Maybe we should ask online, or search online, I guess I should say. Or maybe even ask AI, hey, is it that much easier to replace the wheel bearings with it outside the car than inside the car? I could still do restoration in this, regardless of what I do. You know what? That's probably what I'm gonna do. Alright, let me do that anyways. I'm gonna do that anyways. I might as well do it all at once. Right? I'm trying to be very careful not to, while I'm here, I might as well do this, I might as well do that. And keep going and going and going and never finish the project, I don't want that. I want to be able to drive the car and ride and enjoy it, let my dad enjoy it and stuff. So, at the same time, while I'm here, it's a very real thing, considering how much effort it takes to take this thing apart. Alright, let me think on the bearings, wheel bearings. Maybe we'll later, we'll watch some videos and see what other people say. About how much it would take for me to add that to the things that I want to do before reassembling the rear end this time around. But yeah. Really debating whether or not to do these bushings, because those are still fine. I don't know. It's not a complete hassle to take this out. I mean, yeah, it's a hassle. I gotta remove stuff, but if I take it out and put it back in, the only thing I need adjusted is the rear toe afterwards. Probably, but we're gonna have to take out the differential to remove this. And then do I have to remove all the brakes of this? That is. Part of me's like, hold on to these, use them until I start having problems, and then replace them with the good ones I have, or replace them now and just not have to worry about them for an extremely long time, or occasionally worry about them if XYZ, you guys are probably your thing. You know what? As long as it's not too big a hassle, I guess I should go ahead and replace them forever. Okay. In that case, let me take the other side out. Both sides out, and then decide what to do from there. Probably call the stream there, and figure out what to do. What I want to do. I don't think there's cracking in the way. It's probably easier, I say, as if to jinx oneself, but better lighting solution over here, hopefully. Assuming that also not fall. Alright. What if you're not right? That was way easier to move. Okay. So much friction and tension on that. I don't need to brace the other side, which is great. It's not for this part. Taking the part back. Lock washer and a lock washer and a console nut. Might be a little redundant, but okay. I guess redundancy is good. using bare fingers, you can feel it easier, but you can feel it easier, you know? I think it's the good and the bad of it. There we go. Ta-da! One cotter pin. Alright, so wrap tap that through. Loose. Cool. That doesn't have as much tension on as the other one, I guess. Alright. That out of me. And again, there's also a bunch of grease on it from being polished on this, so does help. A couple, I think, brake lines over here that are making this more difficult. Not quite sure I'm gonna get the new one in there. This is not so easy. Probably pliers. And push this one in. Oh, that works. Alright. Doesn't look bad. Of course, it's not incredibly old. Now there shouldn't be anything but friction holding this in. Friction and clamping force. Oh, these two are opposites, I guess. The hardware came out more easy on this one. There we go. The other one just kind of fell right out. Alright. yeah, certain parts of it look kind of rusty, but it's still very good. Or mostly surface rust. Or break. And if I do take it apart like this, it's so much easier to clean up these parts here and paint them properly. I think. Another part of me is like, even if I do take it apart, I don't want to rebuild the parking brake. Because I don't know about you, but I don't love about front drum brakes that much. And they look perfectly fine, so. I might clean up that part if you want to. It's quite exhausting here though. Right. And here, yeah, similar story, doesn't look bad. One wash between here. I think these are matching gems pretty much. There, yeah, not bad. Looks pretty good in there. Alright. Cool. This car really has set quite a bit of being used, unfortunately. I'll be doing some redundant work, but I never actually get back together and it's all for nothing. So, alright. Now that I have it all apart, with everything apart in the back end except for like the fuel tank and maybe a bracket or two out of the car, that is. Maybe I should do as thorough a job from the rear end as I can. Well, that's already mushed. Tracking, weird stuff. That was recently replaced within like the past few years. Unbelievable. On the bushings I bought a while ago, probably 8 years ago. What I'll probably do is take a wire wheel, scuff up at least some of these surfaces here and there. And then degrease it. Probably hit it with some water and stuff to clear out some of this dirt. Pressure, air pressure. And then toss some the undercarriage stuff on all these surfaces, and then I'll just paint on the inside here. Probably just scuff up the inside of this, but maybe not with the wire wheel, but not really good stuff. I mean, it's pretty decent. I mean, the undercoating that was on here is still on here pretty good, and whatever happened here seems to have helped a little bit. And the car spent most of its life, I think, in New Mexico, so a lot of its life in New Mexico, so it's been pretty dry climate for most of its life. But it is used. It's not a car that was just sitting around doing nothing all its life. Definitely used. All right. And that one I should at the very least clean up as best I can and repaint what I can due to all that brake fluid eating up by that paint on the outside. That's what I don't Pieces are rusty. Decision. Should I could leave the bushings in there for now. That way I can clean it up and paint it and leave them in there so I don't have to tape that part up. Maybe. Those shouldn't be too hard to remove. I hope. But I think there are 2 pieces that come out. Well, 3 cylinder and 2 separate halves that come out. So I'm not sure how I would do that because they both have a giant lip. Not sure how I would do that without destroying them. This out. I don't know if we use this one yet, unless we use a revision. Probably risking a lot of that stuff. Like the new bushings, I might have to get new spacers. I'm not sure if it'll be the same exact dimensions. Ouch. It's one of those where I haven't seen in any movies or boxing movies. What more do I want to do tonight? Not a lot, to be honest. Although I could prep parts now so that when I'm actually putting everything together, they're prepped and ready to go. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Like these guys. Clean up that rust off these. This, I think, here. This just needs cleaned up a bit. Not really much rust on it. Good stainless steel. That's a little bent. It's supposed to be bent. Bent that way almost. Screws here, I can use some cleaning. Guess I can toss these in there. Well, there's those thick ones on the outside. Actually doesn't look bad. Probably stainless. Good stainless that is. Stuff aside. What these things either good. Fine. Just greenish. Clean them up. that held up pretty good on that. Ish. That smells. It reeks. Let's think of anything else I can toss in here right now. No. Sure. I'll try to keep the two sides separate so I don't get them mixed up. Not that it really matters that the side stuff later. Very clean those up. I have some surface rust on those. Kidding, but that should be okay. I can clean those up easy. That's the case. Later. Wait for the assembly and try and do that. Probably will. Yep. Put that this. Cool. I don't want to start losing tools, yes. Do the responsible thing. Put them back somewhere, you know. At least pretend to keep organized by knowing, more or less. Here. Look at me, being responsible for putting things back in an organized fashion. Alright. Stop the recording. I think nice cold water does help a bit. Helps a bit with the voice, I don't know how bad. Right. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop probably just the YouTube and Kick streams. I'll just stick with the Twitch for now and do some research. I'll pop back on the YouTube and Kick streams if I decide to do something else with the car tonight, but I think what I'm going to be doing right now is just looking at videos and deciding what to do with this exactly. Yeah. Fun stuff. So, thank y'all for joining, for stopping by, for lurking, for watching the VOD or whatever. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you again in the next one, or you'll see me at least real soon. It might at least see my hands or gloves. Probably. I need to You guys not see everything I'm doing.